If you're a fan of single-player games that offer unforgettable experiences, compelling stories, and gameplay, this video is for you. Today I am counting down 20 great single-player games you need to play before you die. Let's start with God of War Ragnarok. I can't emphasize enough how this game took everything great about the 2018 God of War and cranked it up to 11. The story is deeply emotional, following Kratos and Atreus as they face their greatest challenges yet. The combat is brutal, fluid, and incredibly satisfying, making every battle feel epic. But what really sets Ragnarok apart is its heart. Watching Kratos struggle with his past while trying to be a better father to Atreus is something that resonated with me on a personal level. Trust me, it's not just a game, it's an experience that stays with you long after you've put down the controller.
For the horn! Behind you, look out! Let's play, brother!
Dishonored 2 is a masterclass in game design. What I love most about this game is the freedom it gives you. Whether you prefer to sneak through levels like a ghost or unleash chaos with your supernatural powers, the choice is yours. Playing as either Emily Caldwin or Corvo Attano offers different perspectives and abilities, which makes replaying the game a must. The world of Dishonored 2 is rich with detail and the storytelling is top-notch. It's one of those games where your decisions have real consequences and every playthrough feels unique. If you haven't played it yet, you're in for a treat. Breath of the Wild is nothing short of a masterpiece. I remember the first time I stepped out of the Shrine of Resurrection and saw that vast open world laid out before me. It was a moment of pure awe. The freedom in this game is unparalleled. You can climb any mountain, explore any area, and tackle challenges in whatever order you choose. The sense of discovery in Breath of the Wild is something that few games can match. It's a game that encourages you to think outside the box and rewards your curiosity in the most satisfying ways. If you're a fan of adventure, this is one journey you can't miss. Final Fantasy VII Remake was a game I was both excited and nervous about. The original FF7 is a classic, and I wondered if they could do it justice. The reimagined Midgar is absolutely stunning, and the characters we all know and love are brought to life with so much personality. The new combat system strikes a perfect balance between action and strategy, making every encounter feel dynamic and engaging. The story has been expanded in meaningful ways, and the twists and turns kept me on the edge of my seat. It's a nostalgic journey with a fresh twist, and it's a must-play for both fans of the original and newcomers alike.
Calling fire.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is a game that I hold in high regard, not just for its visuals and action, but for the way it develops Lara Croft's character. It shows us a Lara who is still discovering what it means to be the Tomb Raider, and the story is filled with moments of growth and self-discovery. The puzzles are challenging without being frustrating, the combat is tight, and the exploration is incredibly rewarding. Plus, the environments are just gorgeous. Each new area feels like its own little adventure. If you love action-adventure games, this is one you definitely need to play.
What did he say? It's not his call, but he's gonna put a recommendation in for us both. Then there'll be an initiation ceremony. Hang on. I'll go look. Watch your back.
Control is one of those games that caught me completely off guard, in the best way possible. From the moment you step into the Federal Bureau of Control, you know you're in for something different. The world is mysterious, the story is mind-bending, and the gameplay is unlike anything else out there. What I love about Control is how it constantly keeps you guessing, whether it's with its narrative or its gameplay mechanics. The telekinetic powers make combat feel fresh and exciting, and the way the story unfolds is nothing short of genius. It's a game that challenges your perceptions and keeps you hooked from start to finish. Ghost of Tsushima is a love letter to samurai cinema, and it's easily one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. The world of Tsushima is alive with detail from the swaying grasslands to the misty mountains, but what really stood out to me was the story. Jinsekai's journey from samurai to ghost is one filled with tough choices, deep emotional moments, and a powerful sense of duty. The combat is fluid and responsive, giving you the freedom to approach battles in your own style. Whether you're facing enemies head-on as a samurai or sneaking through the shadows as a ghost, the game makes you feel like a true warrior. This is a game that stays with you long after the credits roll. Spider-Man 2 took everything we loved about the first game and made it even better. Swinging through New York City has never felt so smooth, and the addition of Miles Morales adds a fresh dynamic to the gameplay. What I really appreciated about Spider-Man 2 is how it balances the personal stories of Peter Parker and Miles with the epic superhero action. The city feels alive, the combat is even more refined, and the story hits all the right notes. It's one of those games that's just pure fun from start to finish, and a must-play for any superhero fan.
Keep him busy! I got an idea! Oh, crap. Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga!
Alan Wake 2 is a game that completely absorbs you into its world of psychological horror and mystery. I've always loved games that blur the lines between reality and fiction, and Alan Wake 2 does this in spades. The atmosphere is thick with tension, the story is gripping, and the gameplay is incredibly satisfying. The game keeps you on the edge of your seat, constantly questioning what's real and what's not. It's a perfect blend of horror action and storytelling, and it's a game that will stick with you long after you've finished it. If you're a fan of horror games, this one is a must-play.
Plastic ear mask!
Cyberpunk 2077 had one of the most talked about launches in gaming history, and while it had its rough patches, it's evolved into a truly incredible game. Night City is a living, breathing world filled with endless possibilities, and the level of detail is just astounding. What I love about Cyberpunk 2077 is the freedom it gives you in how you approach the game. You can be a stealthy hacker, a guns-blazing mercenary, or anything in between. The story is deep and engaging with characters that are complex and memorable. It's a game that offers so much depth and immersion, and it's one you need to experience. Portal 2 is a game that's as clever as it is funny. The puzzles are brilliantly designed, challenging you to think in ways you never have before. But what really makes Portal 2 stand out is its writing. GLaDOS and Wheatley are some of the funniest characters in gaming, and their banter keeps you entertained throughout the entire game. The co-op mode is also a blast, offering a completely different set of puzzles that require teamwork and communication. Portal 2 is one of those games that proves that video games can be both intellectually stimulating and incredibly fun at the same time. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is often cited as one of the greatest RPGs of all time, and for good reason. The world of The Witcher 3 is vast, beautiful, and filled with stories to uncover. But what really sets this game apart for me is the storytelling. Every quest, no matter how small, is crafted with care and attention to detail. The characters are complex and well written, and Geralt's journey is one of the most compelling in any game I've played. Whether you're slaying monsters, engaging in deep conversations, or simply exploring, the world The Witcher 3 offers an experience that's rich, immersive, and unforgettable. As a lifelong Star Wars fan, Jedi Survivor was a dream come true. Continuing the story of Cal Kestis, this game delivers everything you could want from a Star Wars adventure. Epic lightsaber battles, deep force powers, and a story that's filled with twists and turns. The combat is smooth and satisfying, allowing you to feel like a true Jedi as you take on the Empire. The environments are beautifully crafted, and the game captures the essence of the Star Wars universe perfectly. If you love Star Wars and action-adventure games, this is one you definitely need to play.
Do you trust me?
Of course. What are you up to?
No time to explain. Do you trust me?
Yes. Was that for luck?
Horizon Forbidden West takes everything that was great about Horizon Zero Dawn and expands on it in every way. The world is even more beautiful and diverse, with new environments that are a joy to explore. The story continues to delve into Aloy's journey, uncovering more about the world's past and the mysteries of the old ones. The combat has been refined, offering more options and strategies, making each encounter exciting. The machines you face are more varied and challenging, and the sense of adventure is stronger than ever. If you're a fan of open-world games with a great story, this is one you can't miss. Elden Ring is the culmination of everything From Software has been building towards with their previous games. It's an open-world RPG that's as vast as it is detailed, with a world that's full of secrets to uncover. The combat is challenging and rewarding, as you'd expect from a From Software game, but what sets Elden Ring apart is the freedom it gives you. You can tackle the world in whatever order you choose, and the game rewards exploration in a way that few others do. The story, co-written by George R.R. Martin, is deep and full of lore, and the world itself is breathtaking. It's a game that demands your attention, and it's one that you'll be thinking about long after you've finished it. A Plague Tale: Innocence is one of those hidden gems that grabs you emotionally and doesn't let go. Set in 14th century France during the plague, you follow Amicia and her younger brother Hugo as they try to survive in a world ravaged by disease, war, and supernatural threats. The game's atmosphere is haunting, with beautifully crafted environments that are as terrifying as they are stunning. The stealth mechanics and puzzles add a layer of tension, but it's the bond between Amicia and Hugo that really stands out. Their relationship grows throughout the game, and you feel every moment of fear, desperation, and hope alongside them. It's an emotional and gripping journey that shouldn't be missed, especially if you love a strong narrative-driven game. The Last of Us Part 1 is a game that redefines storytelling in video games. It's a harrowing tale of survival in a world ravaged by a fungal pandemic, but at its core, it's a story about the bond between Joel and Ellie. The remastered version makes this already amazing game even more stunning with its enhanced graphics and refined gameplay. The tension in every encounter is palpable, and the emotional weight of the story is something that will stick with you long after the credits roll. If you haven't experienced this modern classic, The Last of Us Part 1 is a game you simply must play. The Resident Evil 4 remake takes one of the most beloved survival horror games of all time and elevates it for modern audiences. With updated visuals, refined gameplay mechanics, and new story elements, the remake manages to capture the magic of the original while also feeling fresh. You play as Leon Kennedy, tasked with rescuing the president's daughter from a mysterious cult, all while facing off against grotesque enemies and navigating terrifying environments. It's intense, atmospheric, and incredibly satisfying. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or new to Resident Evil, the RE4 remake is a must-play experience for any horror fan.
No sabes con quién te metes. ¿Qué coño?
Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is the perfect blend of cinematic storytelling and action-packed gameplay. You play as Nathan Drake in one final treasure-hunting adventure, but it's more than just an action game, it's a deeply emotional journey. The game's story is filled with twists, turns, and heartfelt moments, all tied together with incredible performances and breathtaking visuals. From climbing ancient ruins to engaging in intense shootouts, every part of the game feels finely tuned and exciting. Naughty Dog created a true masterpiece with Uncharted 4, and it's a must-play for any fan of action-adventure games.
I don't got this! Oh, shit!
We're close. Keep an eye out for Sam.
Hey, I think that's him. Right there.
Hold on!
What do you think I've been doing?
How do we get to him?
Damned if I know. Just keep following that convoy.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is more than just a game, it's an experience. Set in the dying days of the American frontier, you play as Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang. The world of Red Dead 2 is stunningly detailed, with every inch of the map crafted with care. The story is one of the most powerful I've ever experienced in a game, filled with complex characters' moral dilemmas and moments that will stay with you long after you've finished playing. The attention to detail is staggering, from the realistic weather effects to the way the story unfolds based on your actions. It's a game that immerses you completely in its world, and it's one of the best single-player experiences you can have.
If you ain't gonna be civilized about this.
And there you have it, 20 single-player games that you absolutely need to play before you die. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.